they that hear shall live. For as the Father hath life in himself, even so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming when they that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth to the resurrection. They that have done good to the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil to the resurrection of condemnation. But of myself, I can do nothing. But as I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of him that sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another that beareth witness, and I know that the witness that he witnesseth of me is true. You sent to John, and I know that he beareth witness to the truth. But I have greater testimony than that of John. John was a bright and a shining light, and you were glad for a season to rejoice in his witness. And the Father beareth witness of me. You have not seen him at any time, neither have you heard his voice, and his word does not dwell in you. For whom he sent, him ye receive not. Search the Scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and you will not come to me that you may have life. I seek not honour of myself, but I know you that the love of God is not in you. I come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another come in his own name, him ye will receive. How can you believe that accept honour one from another, and seek not honour that cometh from God alone? Think not that I shall accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth, even Moses, in whom ye trust, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his words, how should you believe what I say? As Jesus passed by, he saw a man that was blind from birth. And his disciples said to him, Master, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus said unto him, Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God might be manifest in him. While I am in the world, I must do the works of him that sent me, while it is day. Night cometh when no man can work. And when he had thus said, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle, and anointed the man's eyes, and said unto him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam. And the man went and washed and received his sight. And his neighbours and they that aforetime knew that he had been blind said, Isn't this he who sat and begged? Some said, It is he. Others said, No, it's like him. But he said, I am he. So they said unto him, How did you receive your sight? And he said unto them, A man that is called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes, and said, Go wash in the pool of Siloam. And I went, and I washed, and I received my sight. They said unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that aforetime had been blind. Now, it was the Sabbath day when Jesus had made the clay and opened his eyes. And the Pharisees therefore asked him how he had received his sight. And he said, he put clay on my eyes and I washed and I received my sight. Some of them said, this man is not from God, for he keepeth not the Sabbath. But others said, how can a man that is a sinner do such things? And there was a division among them. They therefore asked the man, what sayest thou of him? It's thine eyes he opened. And the man said, he is a prophet. Howbeit, the Jews believed not that he had been blind and had received his sight until they called the parents of him who had been blind. And they said unto him, is this your son who you say was born blind? How then doth he now see? And they answered and said, we know that this is our son, and he was born blind, but how he doth see, we know not. And who hath opened his eyes, we know not. Ask him, he is of age, he will speak for himself. For the Jews had already agreed that if anyone should confess that Jesus was the Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore his parents said, he is of age, ask him. They called again him that had received his sight and said, give God the glory, we know that this man is a sinner. And said, well, whether he's a sinner or not, I know not, but this I know, whereas I was blind, now I see. So they said unto him, how then did he open thine eyes? And he said to them, I have told you once, and you heard not. Wherefore would you hear again? Would you also be his disciple? And they reviled him and said, thou art his disciple, we are Moses' disciples. We know that God spake unto Moses, but as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man said, here it is a marvellous thing. You know not from whence he is, and yet he opened mine eyes. We know that God heareth not sinners. But whoever is a worshipper of God, him he heareth. No, since the creation of the world it has not been heard that any should open the eyes of one born blind. If man were not from God, he could do nothing. And they said unto him, thou wast altogether born in sin, and just thou teach us, and they cast him out. When Jesus heard it being cast out, he found him. He said unto him, dost thou believe in the Son of God? And the man said, Lord, who is he that I might believe? Jesus said unto him, you have both seen him, and it is he that speaketh with you. And the man said, I believe, and worshipped him. A certain man lay sick, named Lazarus, of Bethany, the same town as Martha and Mary.